What's up with the YouTube? This is TK with Cuts by Kelly. Who that? In this video, I'm talking about the Saints, so just hit the link if you want to watch any of my haircut videos. Make sure you indulge in it and you enjoy yourself. But man, Saints did it. Talking about enjoying and indulging in it. Kamara got 6 rushing touchdowns. I just thought that was fitting for him because it's like, as a running back for him, he's not really one who gets 100 yards every game, rushing yards, and 1,000-yard rushing seasons like that. So I just thought that was good that now he's down in the NFL record books, not just the Saints. The NFL tied for the most rushing touchdowns in one game. So I thought that was good for him because, like I said, the style of runner he is and how he's just so well rounded. We don't rush the ball enough with him. We don't rush the ball enough at all, really. So, but and another thing I think about him is, I don't know if y'all remember when he first came to the league, they was questioning, is he going to be able to be an every down back, or can he run between the tackles and all that? Man, Kamara done bulked up, and he has excellent balance. He could deliver a hit. It's probably not as violent as Murray, but still, he's solid, and he could take a hit too. So he's always bouncing back up after nice hits, and I just think he's an excellent running back. I mean, I'm more than sure that's easy for me to say and everybody else to say for what he does in the league, but I'm just saying, coming from that, it just was going to be more like the Reggie Bush type of thing. But I think he does more than that in a sense, because Reggie Bush, he never did really develop to that between the tackle running back from my knowledge. So we already see Kamara has developed into that. So man, I'm just happy to see that they actually stuck with the run yesterday too. That was another thing, because when they first came out, I'm like, ooh, the boy's getting 8, 7, 5 yards a carry. And it just was like, please don't think this, since they run the ball good, you're going to pass the ball good. Sometimes I think Sean Payton be thinking that, oh, they're giving us 10 yards a carry. How about we pass the ball 5 times? Because now, the passing game is going to be open. Like, nah, they giving y'all 10 yards a carry. Just take those all the way to the touchdown. Like, so yeah, it's like, I'm happy he stuck with it. I think Kamara had 22 rushing attempts and Murray had 12. But Kamara had 155 rushing yards, and Murray had 73, because he was running the ball good. But since Kamara was having such a historic game, it was like, you got to feed the beast. I would have liked Murray to get to 100 yards or at least 1 touchdown, but once Kamara got to the 5 touchdowns and all that, it wouldn't have been right if they would have let Murray run it in. Well, they let Taysom Hill run it in, but you had to get Kamara that other touchdown to put him in the record books. But man, as far as the wide receivers, man, I like Callaway. I've been saying this. It's like he played in the NFL already. He's not just the rookie who's running around in the wrong spots. Like, he's running his routes good. He gets in open spots in the zones. So, to be honest with you, I mean, I like Traquan Smith because he's a team player. That's what it looks like. But man, I don't mind seeing a lot of packages with Callaway in instead of Traquan Smith. I'm just being honest. It'll be nice to have Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and Callaway coming in more often, because he just got a feel for the game, and he shows it. For the last few games, I think he's been out, but since he came back in, he looked good. And then on one of them interceptions, Drew Brees could have looked Callaway's way. he had his man on like a slant in the end zone, but Drew Brees was Drew Brees, the side of Drew Brees we don't want to see this game. But before I get into that, yeah, Emmanuel Sanders had a good game. Troutman, I thought that tight end had a good game. Jared Cook did okay. He had one of his better games. He always up and down, so to be honest with you, I'm not really a big fan of Jared Cook. I wasn't when we signed him, but um, who that was, Dennis Green. He is who I thought he was. Like he just up and down. That's how Jared Cook is. But as far as Drew Brees, this wasn't one of his best games. Man, telltale signs of that arm. Um, he loafing it. I don't know. Like they said on one of them plays, maybe he was trying to protect himself from ribs getting hit. But man, he gotta. To me, Drew Brees, you gotta. It's like just put everything in there. Like all the way from your toes to your fingertips. Get every ounce of strength that you could get to try to get that ball down the field because like he had Callaway on that one, but he threw it short and that was Callaway was smart. He knocked it out. A lot of his deep balls just even with Kamara in the end zone, I think he run like a little wheel route or whatever, and he had the linebacker or whoever that was beat, but Drew Brees threw it behind. If he just threw it over Kamara's head, that could have been a touchdown. But yeah, just some of those things. And like I always say, we won the game. I don't want to be too picky, but for the last few years, we understand that winning, those things right there, it shows up in the playoff all the time for us. So that's why I'm being picky, because if I see it now, I think it magnifies in the playoff because the defenses know what we want to do. They know Drew Brees ain't getting it down the field. So they come down and clamp up all them crossing routes and then want Drew Brees to throw it over the top. But I do like Taysom Hill now. I think since he had all them games of playing, he's a little more comfortable. So when we come in with a package with him, they really need to respect if he's going to pass it or run it. So I think that could be something that could help soften up the defense. But the ultimate thing that's going to soften it up if our running game stays like this. Maybe not the 10 yards of carry type stuff, but if we get 4 to 5 yards in the carry, that could keep defenses honest. They're going to come all the way up trying to stop the run. Then we hit them with play action. So yeah, I just hope all that works out like that, because this is the highs of the football game in a sense for the Saints. Like we go through these streaks. In the last few years, like I said, we went through streaks, then we lost games, and then that next thing you know, we won the last few games to get in the playoff, and then we out in the first round, second round. Just crazy. So I'm just hoping we get past that. Defense. I thought the defense did good. I don't know if they had over 100 yards. I know Dalvin Cook didn't, but that boy is a monster. Like, he's strong and he quick. So I thought he was a challenge for Demario Davis because Demario Davis is usually on everything. Demario Davis had a good game, but like when Dalvin Cook would hit the outside, he was just too fast for Davis. Like, Davis was trying to get there, but I think he underestimated the speed of Dalvin Cook. So he was taking some bad angles, and they were getting beat on the outside a lot. So that's just something to watch out for our defense, because I think as teams see that they've, like the Vikings was winning on them outside runs just like the Eagles were, I think more teams, especially in the playoffs, are going to try that. So it's going to be interesting because I don't even know what's going on with Kwon Alexander. I hope he didn't tear his Achilles because he was pointing at his Achilles area. So I'm hoping all that's good. But it's going to have to be the next man up mentality. But I like Kwon Alexander because he's fast. I don't think Anzalone is that fast, so that's going to be interesting to see. But as far as the defense goes, I thought it was good. Lattimore had a real good game. Jefferson Didn't have too many yards, but I think he got some more yards at the end of the game when they was playing that super soft coverage. But yeah, Lattimore had a good game. Jenkins, not so good. I'm talking about Janoris Jenkins. He I noticed he liked to play off the man a lot. I don't know if that's when they're doing cover one, because I feel like if they're doing cover two over the top for you, you could come up and press a little bit more because you got that over the top help. But I don't know. But that's just something to watch. Like I say, all these things I'm pointing out is really because the playoffs is right around the corner, and all the teams are looking at this, and they won't, teams won't really expose it in the regular season, but in the playoffs, they just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over. So if we could tighten up some of those loose ends, we'll be good. But man, this is TK with Cuts by Kelly. We won another one, and I'm ready for the playoffs. I feel like the Saints are doing good. Just the defense could tighten up a little bit more and get back on how we were when we was against Tampa and all that. But I'm still happy. I'm happy with what we are doing. But with that being said, this is TK with Cuts by Kelly. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, and share the videos as well. If you like the Saints content, share it. If you like my haircut content, share that too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you leave a comment if you like what I'm talking about, if I'm making any sense with this football stuff, because I don't know it all. But yeah, I really appreciate you. Black and gold to the Super Bowl. Who that?